FallenDice, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Adventures with FallenDice. So, we conquered the Wither a few times, got some fancy beacons going, and I'm back here because I'm not happy with it. I like how it looks, but the functionality of it. I spent so much time running in here and then running around the back, because whenever I needed something, if I needed to do it right away, it wasn't waiting for me. And because things aren't interconnected, it didn't just give me the thing at the end. Like I needed electronic circuits. For electronic circuits, I needed the insulated cable. But the insulated cable from here didn't automatically feed into here. These didn't automatically feed into here. And my original reason was because I wanted to be able to use circuits for more than just my solar array. And I still have that desire. So what I came to the realization was I would be running back here, and I'd come back to the actual bench, and I would just shift click to get all the items out, and then I'd go to the next one and shift click. And this kind of ended up being for naught. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to save this type of thing for some of the, I don't know, maybe some of the more, we'll see on some of these. But instead what I want to do is something closer to what RenEvo did in his, and that is using the workbench. I think the automatic workbench or something. I forget the name for it here. Hold on. I'm curious now because I want to get it right. Oops. It's the advanced workbench. Okay. So it's the advanced workbench. But the cool thing is we can put the the item frames right on top of it to see what it is. There's enough room on the outside to click into it and then shift click and make what you want. So I can pretty much make a wall of simple things like this, where it's just taking rubber and instead of ingots it'll actually be copper wire. But I can do that, and I can just go ahead and fill up an entire inventory with all those items, and then I can just make what I need. So when I need it, I just come up, click it, enough times, or shift click, or whatever I need to do, and then I can go straight to the next one and just add the items in, or it'll already have some items, but something along those lines. But in addition to that, there's also the issue of me needing to have some processing involved. Another issue I have is whenever I need to make coal powder or any of those kind of things, the setup I have here isn't really made for that. This setup was designed to take the items coming up from the quarry and process them. Like if I go ahead and put these macerators here, if I try to put coal in here, the coal dust comes up and it comes inside the furnace, and then it just sits inside of here. It doesn't actually rot it, so I can't like AFK. So I have to use the single middle macerator, which does go up and over, but it limits me to only one macerator. And I also only have limited storage space too. That's the other thing too, is I've got 9 spots to stick the stuff in. So if I need a large project, I can't just kind of put it in and go away for it. So what I'm wanting to do now is over here, we'll do something like what we're doing over here with the projects. We'll have a chest to stick the items in. We might even use diamond chests so I can really stick a lot in there, and then the finished product will come out. So we'll stick coal up top, coal dust will come out, and it'll be there waiting for me for other projects to come in here and just click whatever I need out of the chest. And the same goes with these two here. Like if let's come over here and just do something really fast. Alright, so if I made the recipe for this a workbench, or say a chest, I can still stick the chest inside of here. So I can have it so I'm able to make a bunch of these, but I can also just shift click and then just have a ton of them sitting in this chest waiting, and it will be labeled so I can see what it is. So it's doubling as a chest and as the ability to make more and more complicated type of items. So that's my goal. Now additionally, I've thought about this, so thought went into this. I don't like how the layout is. I don't like this gap here, because one of the comments that came out for when I initially released this was, kind of like a town square. It's kind of cool, which gives me the idea is that I want to do some stuff inside the middle here, which means this will eventually be going. It also happens to be where I'm keeping all my storage. So I'm thinking, first off, instead of going straight down here, at this point I think it should wrap over to here, leave a small little path to go back there, but to kind of round out. And then since I have all this empty space back here, sorry, in my door here, all this space, it's kind of pointless. So instead of having just one wall, maybe, you know, about the point where my door is here, have a 3 wide passageway that goes all the way to the back wall. So it'll be a stuff on this side, stuff on that side, and then I'll still have the ability to go in the back and do some, you know, some piping, use some Buildcraft, Industrialcraft kind of power and some stuff back there. And for that use, I've also made a few low voltage solar arrays. Eventually, I would like to get some mediums in here and then have them storing up in like an MFSU, which I know it takes a lot to do, but if I'm AFK for a while, or if I'm doing other things, even when I'm not using it, it doesn't waste all that solar that's collecting. So that's my plan. We're going to basically take all these out, put walls in, so it's going to be, you know, there to there, that in a wraparound, that in a wraparound. And then I'm thinking this one, I'm going to, the section over here, I might even convert into like a storage area. Since I'm no longer going to be using this once I take it down. And I don't know when I'm going to take it down, but I figured I might as well get started so when the time happens it's not going to be as much of a pain. And then whatever it's going to be is still going to be centered around my portal here. And I'll make some type of building. And that'll be an episode all by itself. But this is what we're doing right now. So I'm not going to record myself doing most of the construction phase of this, being the outer walls and things, because not important. What will be important is when we actually start to add in some solar panels, put in some industrial craft technology inside here, and sort out the different things that are going to be in the different areas. Because, you know, seeing as it'll be sections, I mean, I can have a vanilla section, a railcraft section, a buildcraft section, an industrial craft section. You know, I can kind of separate them, you know, in different areas, make it easier to get by. So, anyway, I'm going to get back to work here, so I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so here is now the updated version of things. I put it off to this point. You can see here that the hallway still comes all the way down to the end, and now we've got these little wraparound rooms to put all of our stuff on, access to all of them through these areas for now. And this room is just going to be my straight up storage room. It's all double thick walls, so I'll be able to take and stick a wall or a chest in here, put like a inventory frame in this entire room. Eventually I'll probably just close the whole thing off. But yeah, this will be my storage room. And down here I've already kind of started getting to work on kind of what RenEvo did. A little bit more room between them, just because I've got all this space now, so I don't have to have it so cramped, so it kind of makes it easier to see the different items. And I'm kind of going through collecting stuff. This is going to be my industrial craft section. So all the items here are made from industrial craft. And again, these first ones are just the simple things where there's no machinery involved. I just need these types of items, and I'll store all the extras in here. Whenever I need it, I just come over here, I can make them. As we go further along in this, we'll start coming up with some of the more complicated ones, and we'll see. I may make some multi-step ones, but I'm thinking probably most of it's going to be this, where I can just go over here. I need 15 electronic circuits, and so I just click it 15 times, get all my circuits, and then take them over to the next bench, where I'll need whatever part. Like I'll have one of these with like a solar array in it, and it'll show the generator and the machine. I don't remember the exact recipe right now, but yeah, so it'll have all the things. I just need to go collect it from the different spots here. It's in somewhere in here though. I am going to set the section up for all of my my dusts, my refined iron, and those are actually going to be
done a little bit differently, but we'll see what happens when we get to that point. So for now, I'm going to continue moving along doing this, adding in my items here. I have another idea for something I want to do today as well, though, once I get more along on this, but I think it's time to get rid of all of these torches. So I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of dirt facades, but I'm thinking we'll do the same thing I did downstairs, but we'll do it here just so I can have this all lit up, but without the torches. But anyway, so I'm going to continue on with my chest here, and I'll be back in a few. We are making some really good progress here now. The first side got a lot of my wire, some of the basic items, and then I got into the power here. So we've got the low, medium, and high voltage transformers. And then we got the backpack, MFA, and MFSU. And then to make the MFSU, we needed the Lapatronic crystal and the advanced machine block. Yep. So I put those over there. It just kind of fits in. So any of these items. And then over here, we start off with our power generation. So we got the generator. I wish if you hovered over the item on the item frame, it would be the same as hovering over the item here. But anyway, generator, and to make that you need a oven. Right, generator, yeah, a furnace, sorry. And then over here we got the geothermal, and then the solar. And then over here, start off with an iron furnace, electric furnace, and then the induction furnace. And I think I needed, I needed the tree tap. Oh yeah, for the extractor. So we have the tree tap, and then over here we got the electric tree tap. Oh, okay, that was in the right spot. And then over here we've got the extractor and the compressor. Or I'm sorry, the macerator and the compressor extractor. So some of our basic machine blocks and stuff here. Now over here, I got some more stuff to do. I'm gonna start. I have the recycler, the canning machine, and then some of the other things. But I also want to make my coal dust, refined iron. I want to put on this side. I'm going to put some of those items that I was talking about before, just to make it easier to get the items I need. So, I'll have two chests. Top one takes the items, bottom one spits it out. So I will have to make some room in here. Not make room, but use the room that's in here. So I'm going to figure out what last things I need to do that don't require it, and then see how much space is left, how much I need, and then I'll kind of balance it out. So let me do a little strategic planning, and I will be back. So, um, or I should say, RMD has been talking about updating the Nether Hub for a while, and he kind of cleared out some of what we did in the first place to make room for what he was doing. So, wow, that was interesting. So, first of all, he needed a lot of netherrack. So I kind of stopped where I was here and made a netherrack generator. And initially, I had a chest here that was sending empty cells into here to get filled up with water and then sent over to be combined with the hydrated netherrack. The way this works is netherrack comes in, gets macerated, becomes nether dust. The nether dust comes over into here, and when you have 8 nether dust plus a water cell, it becomes hydrated nethers. That comes over to here to get compressed, and it becomes a nether brick. The nether brick comes in here, and 4 nether bricks together become a nether block, or nether brick. Even though it looks the same here, but anyway, so that was a project that I had going to kind of collect and help him out. Now I've seen a picture of some of what's been going on. It's incredible, so I'm gonna go take a look now. I want to take a peek and see how it looks, and yeah, I'm kind of excited. Um, it, my enjoyment with insane over the top mega builds, and I think that's kind of along the lines of what he's doing. And wow, Got a little bit ahead of myself there on the terrain generation. Alright, here we go, heading on down. And again, he's been working hard on this, so I'm really excited for how this looks. We've kind of got like a lot of excitement back into the server again here. And you know, we're coming up on the end of our nether, or not nether, our project, so that should be cool. Alright, so here's the floor here. And apparently when we come up here, that's where, wow, that's, oops, that's pretty cool. So what do we got going on here? Is this, oh, pumping lava into there, I guess. So anyway, so here's what we've gotten so far. So once they get more further on this, as they get, I'll check back in again. But right now they got the filler going, clearing out all the netherrack around it. So cool to use the tool. So anyway, guess I'll go back to work in my area, and I'll check back in here later. All right, so we are back for another update, and just a quick little. If we head over that way, I've gone back to doing some more clearing of the rainforest because, man, do I need a lot of wood. For the item frames, for the automatic workbenches, because they take like a chest and a workbench to create, so lots to go there. But as you can see, I have actually done a bit more work here. So I've got our upgrades here. We got our construction foam there. That's the illuminators, which I haven't really used yet, but I have some plans in the future for doing that. Got the backpack, lap pack, rocket, what do they call it? I haven't used one yet. A jetpack. I have the materials to make it though, so I could actually make me one right now in addition to the one that's made just for the. What's funny about this is you look here, every single one of these item frames means I've already created the item itself, so it's like I have these sitting in reserve just in case. But there's our iridium plate. I like the fact that I can have the item standing by, so I can just walk up, click it, and get the item. Add more if I need to. But yeah, here we got the quantum set and the nano set, which is required for the quantum set, so it's all ready to go. This is where I've just been making the stuff for all of these. So I was making my um, automated workbench and the materials for it, hopper, because I hadn't gotten to Buildcraft yet. So this stuff will get replaced with other industrial craft at later date. Here's all of our tools. The regular drill to make the diamond tip drill. Got our nano saber, got the laser. This is for the CF, the construction foam. So there's a sprayer and the backpack. Um, Updates on what we did in here. RenEvo came in and informed me that I didn't need that extra whole part back there. I don't actually have to pump water into a cell and then take the cell over to have it hydrate. If you put the netherrack dust in here, it automatically hydrates off the filling machine and then just pumps straight out. So it saved me a whole step and allowed me to kind of speed things up because there was one less bottleneck to deal with. And then of course coming over into here in our compressors, and with the speeding of things up, it got things able to go a little bit faster. If I ever wanted to do mass amounts of netherrack or nether brick, I'd probably want to add at least 2 more of the macerators overclocked very high, because then I could use the steam engine and it just shoves them through so fast. You know, with a little more space and stuff, I could make it so, I mean, it'd be crazy, but I would need so much netherrack too. So, Um, Up here we have our high voltage solar array, well, either dark or raining outside, feeding into our MFSU, which right now is fully powered. Down here is our medium voltage array to kind of tone the stuff down, because nothing I have here requires high, and that was one less transformer upgrade. However, if I do need to go any higher, I may take that out and then just do the additional power upgrade so that I can has more power coming in, and then in addition to that, I got this energy storage so I can even keep more in there. just to try and get a little bit more speed out of it. But yeah, working really well. Here you can see what I'm about to show in the front, but these are all getting fed from down there. But we have our macerator, compressor, extractor, and induction furnace. So you can see right over here, here's the nether brick factory. So you just place nether rack up here, come down here, nether brick comes out. Over here, this is for cooking, so this is gonna, I have a copy of the item or something similar to. I think this is just an iron furnace, but put your item here, come down below and collect it. So we got bronze and some refined iron. So this makes it easier for me to get my refined iron from over here. I don't have to run over there anymore. It's just right here. And the same here. Extractor, so if I need to extract anything, it's all good. I can throw in all my sticky resin or whatever and get my items down here. This is a big one, my macerator. Now I can throw an entire diamond chest full of coal and then collect it down here. So I got coal, I got some copper because I was making some more bronze earlier too. Used all the tin already. And then of course compressor for different things, including like my for my advanced metal. So that's where I'm at so far, and I haven't done anything on this side yet. I think my next item or thing I want to do is my Buildcraft stuff. So I've got all industrial craft over here. So it'll be moving on over here, adding Buildcraft items, and eventually maybe down at the end some of the vanilla, some of the basic vanilla stuff that I like. But this it's looking really cool. I think I may change my lighting. Um, I like having the construction foam floor, so I'll be able to paint and everything, but I don't think that I can put in the construction foam facade. So it means I won't be able to do the floor lighting. So for now I'll have to stick with the torches. Yeah. It's doable. I need to fix this too. I was hunting for some mobs because I have these insane amounts of entities that start to build up. You can see right now we're up to 368, and apparently according to RenEvo I do have some hidden um, mob spawners. He saw when he was coming in to fix an issue. I had a filler that broke, and it ended up crashing the server every time you went into the loaded chunk, so he had to come out and do some things in MC Edit to fix it. So I guess while he was there he saw some things. I assumed just because of all the entities, but I also realized these are all entities, chests, which means if chests are entities, my guess would be that these are also entities. So you can see, I love this. This is just so cool. Just walk in, create what you want, click the button. So anyway, so for now I'm doing all right. I don't suggest people without decent computers coming here. Unfortunately, you don't make it out. You get stuck at the portal. But especially once I get my upgraded computer, it'll be even better. My frames will be a lot better than what they are right now. I'm thinking I'm at 14 frames right now recording, which isn't bad. But hopefully with my new one it'll be even better. So, um, I think before I move on to here, I would like to fix my lighting out here. So I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna get me a diamond shovel that's not enchanted, so that I can come through here and just dig one hole at a time. And I'm gonna make, like I said, a bunch of grass facades, and we're gonna get rid of all these torches and just make the lighting out here a little bit better. So, yeah, let me get rid of my F3 screen. And yeah, I'm gonna go get prepared, and then I'll be back. All right, and we have pretty much what we need. So the gist for this one: diamond shovel, glowstone, cobblestone structure pipe, and the facade. So for those that hadn't maybe seen what I did down in the basement of my power plant, basically I just would dig down two. That's interesting. Kind of like a makeshift X-ray machine. Alright, so we dig down two. We're going to place our cobblestone structure pipe, and then we just place our facade over the top. And I'm hoping that this will grow into grass, because otherwise it's not going to look quite as cool as I had anticipated it looking. So I think if I put it like this, do I get the... Yeah, I get the side grass. Oh. That sucks. I wonder... I'm just curious now. I got out of the faithful pack. I don't know if maybe it has something to do. I'm just curious. Nope. It still looks like that. Alright, well, I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and see if maybe it, over time it'll switch over, kind of like when grass grows, but I don't think so. That's kind of a bummer. That's a lot of a bummer. That changes everything I was planning on doing out here, because it won't look as good. Alright, well, back to the drawing boards on that one. Well, I guess we won't be able to work on our torches out here quite yet, but it just means we'll get started or continue on with this. So I already got started here, going with the basics, but this is the beginnings of our Buildcraft wall. So once again, I just click on here and I already got stuff ready to be built. We'll just continue on into here, and I'll probably just keep continuing making like periodic updates just to kind of show the progress where we are. And then after that, it's gonna be these two rooms here. So I'll do I might even take a stop between these to go work on those and show you what I have planned for my storage room and the back room. I finally got the back room planned. So anyway, I'm gonna get some more work done here, and then I will be back. Alright, so we have another progress update. And then working kind of from where I ended on my Buildcraft, I started to get into a little railcraft. So, that's right, this was going to be, I'll fix it in there. But we got the railcraft engines, and it takes a couple special gears. The steel gear for some reason isn't showing up, but that's one item. We'll get, as we get a list of those, I'll find those and I'll get into Adobe and kind of fix them. And then on this side, I started getting into here. So for making the boilers, we got our solid fueled firebox and our liquid fueled firebox for generating steam, and then our low pressure boilers and our high pressure boilers. But I think I'm gonna hold off on that as far as this episode goes, because I want to finish these last two projects so we can kind of call this thing complete. So I kind of got started back here as far as what I want. So here we are. There are exactly 36 of our workbenches. And these are the same ones as over before. So you got the room for the items. It's like a CraftBench type of thing where it holds it in there, the automatic one, the advanced workbench. So this is where we're going to create all of our UU items. So before we get into that though, we needed to do a little painting. So I'm going to spray these. That's what I set up all the scaffolding for, so that we'd have our walls taken care of now. And I went ahead and took out the windows as well on the outside, since this is just going to be an enclosed room now. I won't be using the windows. Alright, so there we go. Got this part done. Once it all dries, we can come in here and I can kind of do some painting. But as well as that, I need to make one more of these, because again, these are going to each have an item frame on the front to show us exactly which item it is that are inside of these. And then I'm about to show you this insane amount of UU I've actually built up. And what's funny too, the server crashing I did a couple days ago, having to do with this filler that bugged out and it was crashing the server, and for almost an entire day, people couldn't play. I felt bad. I really hate when I mean, it wasn't like it was something I did that messed it up. It's a Buildcraft bug, but it still bothers me that because of it, people weren't able to play. But sadly, I find out that my whole purpose of that was because I needed more wood. So I'm going to take a single piece of UU matter, and there we go. I don't even know what to say about that because that is nothing. Because there's that, there's that, and that, and that. Yeah. So anyway, that's why we're doing this. I don't ever again want to be the cause of well, not that I'm never going to be the cause again, because apparently I am really good at discovering bugs and things that that do cause these problems. But anyway, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and cover all these, and then I've got the website that shows me each one of the different items they make. So we'll grab a whole inventory full of UU matter. Come through. Oh, I need more than that. I am 5 short, but that's okay. But yeah, so I mean, we come over here and we can make this the first one, and that's our tree or our wood. And there you go. Now, if I ever need wood, I just come in here, take as much as I want. So I'm gonna go through, and while this is drying, I'm gonna add more of these items in, and then I'm gonna come up with. I still have all my paint rollers here, so we'll come up with a I guess with a design concept of how we want to do this. So anyway, I will be back shortly. Alright, so here is our UU room. So any of these items that we want, snow block, boom. Say some sticky resin, there we go. Boom. Feather, boom. Glowstone, coal, our ores, diamonds, iridium, cactus, gunpowder, and get all the gunpowder I want now for my TNT to finish off my cavern. Um, Sandstone, so I don't have to do sand generator to get enough sandstone for stuff. Lava and water blocks. Kind of cool. So that's this room. I do need to come in and do some painting though. I don't want to leave it like this. So let's see. What do I want to paint it? That's the question. Now all I think the roofs have been, let's see, I think what, light gray? Let's see if that's maybe what it already is. Yeah, it's already light gray. Okay. I think we can leave it like that. That looks the same. Alright, gotcha. Now we've been going with black walls, so I probably should. Let me bring in some gray, and I got a little room yet. Okay, gray, so we'll bring in the gray dye as well. I'm going to put some of this UU matter. I don't want to put it away because really I should be storing it away like in these. You know, give each one at least 3 stacks. That'll be an off-camera thing though. Right now I'm just trying to free up my inventory. Alrighty. So let's see. We didn't want that one. If I go gray, that's what I was using on the floor over there. And I can continue that. Alright, let me do this real fast. And I'll be right back. Alright, well, for some reason I can't make gray anymore. I tried using the gray dye and it wouldn't. Went into the recipes and it didn't have recipes for either gray or light gray. So I changed it to a white floor. Let's see what the white floor looks with the black walls. Because that may just be what I go with, and we'll leave the gray ceiling. But at least it'll kind of match the rest of the building, which isn't a bad thing. And I think that looks pretty good anyway. Alright, so I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to head over next over to what's going to be my new storage area. and we'll do a little work in there. So we'll be there shortly. All right, we are ready to move on now. And this is going to be, like I said, my new storage area. So plan is to have chests going down the middle 2 rows, and with like a item frame like above and below, so you can see what's in each one of these things. And this is going to be my storage. And this is going to be my storage. Um, Now I've got some diamond and some iron, because I don't think I really need to have diamond chests for everything. And the wall is too thick. So I'll be able to just, you know, pretty much dig out this entire center here and place them in. I'm also considering maybe like what I did with the crafting benches over there, maybe alternating every other block and putting a space in between. Um, and not that it'll be permanent, but just that maybe it'll give me a little bit more space so I can kind of fill it up a little bit, and then if I need more items or more chests later, which is, I don't know how probable that is, because this is a lot of space if you think about that every one of these blocks could be a quadruple chest. And even the iron ones are going to be at least double chest. So you know what? I'm actually thinking that I am going to do that. So that'll be every other one. So let me. Question is how is it going to line out? So basically, I'm going to get to the end and have an empty spot. Now the question for here is, if I were to go like this, 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 and this. Ah, it's perfect. Okay, good, 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 good. Because you still want to have that space between the corners too. So that'll allow me to come over here and do the exact same thing again. Now the other thing is this door. But apparently that won't be an issue. Alright. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. For now I got this temporary door here. I may just completely get rid of this door in general, being that I can just go like this to get it. I don't necessarily have to have here. However, this is going to be my vanilla wall. So being able to come in and access all these vanilla materials would be nice. We'll see. I've also switched out the construction foam floor with a double half slab floor. Similar look, but this will allow me to put in my facade lighting, and then I don't have to worry about having torches anymore. So now the next thing is I need to get item frames. So let me go take care of those real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, and now we have our item frames in. So I'm gonna think we're gonna start off with, we'll put some iron ones in here. I'm going to maybe save, I'm trying to think where I'd put the big ones. I'm gonna put the yes, here we go. The diamonds back here. This will be our large storage items. And actually we can go like this. If I can get close enough. Alright, here, and there. And this, and I'm going to be getting more back too, because I still have to, when I take out the storage in the temple over there, I'm going to end up coming up with quite a few chests, so that'll give me some more space. For now though, I think this is going to be, this will be enough. I think that the actually bringing the items over, that'll be something to do off camera, just because it's going to be kind of a slow, monotonous back and forth, and then picking what things to go where. I'll do that part off camera. Once we get all my storage out of there, another thing I was thinking too is maybe putting furnaces in the center here in a checkerboard pattern. Yeah, let me do that real fast. Yeah, the checkerboard pattern. That way I can still have the ability to do some old school furnacing of a mass amounts of quantities if I choose to, or I can go over there with the induction furnace and do it that way. So, yeah, let me do that real fast. I'll be right back. Alright, we are ready to go with this, but I figured while we were at it, might as well get our lighting situation in order. So I'm thinking for these, and actually, we'll go ahead and we'll put in our furnaces first. Let's get this area filled in. That way we're not tripping over things. And then I think it was 3 or maybe 4 blocks apart for the lighting to be able to keep everything above spawning rates. I may have to make a few more of these too, but that's a nice little pattern on the floor for our storage room. I like that a lot. Alright, so let me go make a few more of these. Didn't thought I thought I had more than necessary in the my old room. So I'll be right back. Alright, and I think this should be more than enough lighting. Every 3 blocks on the outside, and then running down the middle, and this should be enough to keep everything well lit, is my goal. So now it's just a matter of going and getting that shovel I made earlier for when we're going to do the grass, because I do need to go down one deeper. And then we can place all of the items in its proper place, and we'll be able to seal this thing up and call it good. Alright, and now we just running through, covering everything up, but I love the fact that Ren gave this to me. Oh, that so made my day. But yeah, this is basically this room minus getting the items obviously placed in the chests. But this is how my new storage room is going to be, at least here. Because again, this isn't my final my final base. This isn't where I plan on completely settling. Um, the joke being it's my temporary forward base. I'm not going to just destroy it anymore, obviously. This is part of my permanent thing forever. But again, my final base is actually going to be the cavern. But there we go. I just need to add in a few more chests. I think it looks better that way. I mean, it's not perfect, but not bad. But anyway, yes, good episode, much accomplished. Not really a lot left to do here. Just kind of get my stuff moved out of there. Do need to come up with a new place to put my enchanting tables and my anvil. But that's another day, another time. For now, though, yeah, this area is really coming together. Almost finished up. I think it's almost time to start heading back to our cavern and maybe getting back to work on that, so we can start actually working on our big project, or I should say one of our big projects. I still have so much stuff I have planned and want to do. But yeah, for now that will do. This is actually coming along really well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.